Oh man, breaking news. I was trying to get some food, man. I was watching some Twitch. We did have the talk on stream. I gotta put the stream content up. Yesterday we had a discussion on how did the Ravens lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There was no DK Metcalf. I believe they had a 10-0 lead damn near for the majority of the first half, and then it was 10-3. And they were kicking a lot of butt. You know, we did see Lamar miss some passes in the second half, but they had the game down packed. Okay, Aaron Rodgers did have come up with a great drive. Ended up, going up by. It was supposed to go up by 2. Well, no, technically it was 26-24. It was supposed to be 27-24, so they're gonna be up by 3. And then Ravens would have to drive down the field, kick a field goal to tie the game to go to overtime. But the Steelers kicker ended up missing an extra point, so it was 26-24. The Ravens ended up driving. They got to the 20. They had a bad play. After that, they had to call 2 timeouts with, pretty much no time left on the clock, and the kicker missed a 44-yard field goal. So I don't know if I could blame John Harbaugh. I love the Harbaughs. Jim was a Michigan Wolverine. He ended up, coming back to his home as a Michigan man and getting us over the hump. As a Michigan Wolverines football team, ended up going undefeated for 2 regular seasons. Ended up losing to TCU after a lot of injuries. The second year for JJ McCarthy. In his third year, they ended up going undefeated and winning the whole thing. Okay, and then he ended up leaving, giving the keys to Sharon Moore, who ended up losing his job because of infidelity and sleeping with someone who was on staff. Okay, we already broke down that situation that happened. But other than that, a lot of the staff that we ended up getting that helped us get to those championships, whether it's Wink or the coordinator, defensive coordinators, one that is currently with the Chargers right now, and they made the postseason. Congratulations to the Chargers. And the other one who is the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks right now, who is number 1 in the NFC. Okay, so congratulations to them as well, Michigan men. And those guys were, Harbaugh tree guys. John Harbaugh, right, who ended up beating Jim for Super Bowl, I forgot what year it was, but Colin Kaepernick was on San Fran. The lights went out, and a lot of the legendary defensive players that were on the Ravens, that was their final hoorah. It was a good Super Bowl. It wasn't that bad. And John's been there for 18 years. I didn't think they'll be able to let him go. I mean, who do you get to come over there and change the culture or keep the culture the same for the Ravens? I mean, sheesh. It is not easy to be an NFL head coach. So we're going to be watching that to see who they're going to have to replace John Harbaugh. In my mind right now, I don't see anyone fit to take that job. Maybe the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. He's a pretty good defensive coordinator. I don't know if he would be a good head coach, but to see John Harbaugh get fired, man, I did not expect that. So we'll see what happens with him next. Does he stay in the conference, in the division? He will definitely get another job. I mean, he's a good head coach. He's going to get another job. I don't think the Browns have anybody right now. Maybe he moves out there. This is tough, man. 18 seasons as the Ravens head coach. I know the fans are pretty much pissed because they didn't make the postseason, but a lot of it has to do with play calling as well too. But when you're the head coach, it falls on you, right? So congratulations to the Chargers for going to where they went, the Steelers for winning that game on Sunday, and their head coach, he was pretty much on his last kind of hoorah too. I mean, they wanted to fire him for years. He never had a losing season, okay? Never had a losing season, and because they didn't constantly make the postseason, people wanted his job to be out of there. But there's a lot of guys out there that are fans of teams that have head coaches that can't even get to a playoffs. They can't even win more than 8 games. Okay, so shout out to Coach Tomlin for doing his thing and keeping his foot on people's necks. Okay, that's all for now. To all the Ravens fans out there, we're gonna keep y'all posted on who the next head coach is gonna be. I don't know if this was a good idea, man. We'll see. Maybe you gotta cut ties and start something fresh. 18 years is a long time. We'll see what they do next. First Toke, we out, man.